Here we go. All right, and we're on. All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Joey365 with another episode of Real African Stars. Welcome to the show. Let's give a shout out to our guest, Kristen.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please
Hit the button.
leave a comment and let us know what you think about the video. And yeah, it's greatly appreciated. Kristen, nice to see you again.
Thanks for having me again.
How's your week been? Since the show?
My week has been good, I think folks are curious about what's going on here. This is a great platform. I'm happy to be back. And yeah, let's have some more great discussions today.
Yeah. We're happy to have you. We got a great show for you today. Lots of topics to cover. And with no further ado, here's the first topic. We have first topic here is it's about the WNBA, Caitlin Clark situation, how she's been treated since being in the league. There's a little clip here. Let's play it. Hopefully we don't get dinged from YouTube. Don't worry about that. Let's see here. Let me cue up the video here, and so I guess let me give a brief description of what's been going on here. Caitlin Clark obviously is the new face of the WNBA. She's facing a lot of backlash from a lot of the WNBA players, saying that she's being treated special. She's being treated special, and the rest of the girls are not. They don't like that, and they've been voicing their opinions, saying that she's getting special treatments. I believe her first WNBA game, a preseason game, was televised, and there was another game they didn't televise that one. So a lot of people are feeling some type of way based on their treatment. So let's look at the video. Let's watch this video of what she's been going through since she's been in the league, so to speak. So let's watch the video and give our feedback.
Share a secret. Limping towards the Indiana bench. Oh, just a misstep before she got to Bree Jones. And Clark slams the chair and is going right back to the locker room. Who has 8 points and 3 assists. As Stewart sets the screen on Clark.
The WNBA is playing this all wrong. But I tell y'all, this shit supposed to be, my dad even said to me today, it's supposed to be like WWE. Y'all supposed to play hard against her, but y'all supposed to let her kill.
Fair use.
Because when she start having bad games, and it don't look like it's supposed to look, like what we just seen from college and how we so excited about her coming to the league and changing it, and she don't kill like that, it's gonna like bring it back down to reality, like the Great White Hope ain't got that much hope. Like,
and you know what's funny?
You know what I mean? Like,
To piggyback on that point, I've been seeing a lot of people giving her genuine respect. Like you see Don Staley in the press conference saying, "Hey, shout out to her. She's holding it down for us. We need to push her more."
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of hate, like say, "Yeah, go her," but it ain't like, "Oh, we want her to do good."
Yeah.
It's like they want to build her up to fall.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because that is not in the W's best interest.
nah, because
You want the WNBA to really write a script for Caitlin Clark.
No, I'm not saying that as a smart person. Look, y'all don't have charter flights. She damn near about to get y'all charter flights.
Yeah, they just
Because
got
she's so famous, they can't. She damn near get charter flights. All this stuff that they want and need, more money, all this, new teams getting added, all this. When she come, you gotta protect her at all costs.
So you want them to let her win.
Not let her win. But the fact, like, play the game. But play the game within the game. Like,
So that's the brief gist of the situation. So basically, you have the league. They're an upcoming league. They've been scrutinized in the past, saying that women don't support women's sports, right?
Mhm.
So now you're seeing more women getting into watching the WNBA, supporting these players like Angel Reese, the new players that are in
Yes.
the league. So what's going on is these girls, like Caitlin Clark, she just came in the league and she's drawn a lot of attention to the league, and the rest of the girls are feeling neglected.
Okay.
And she's the first one to get a Nike shoe deal, while the MVP from previous years they don't even have a deal. So that prompted Nike to give her a deal as well, the MVP from previous year. And
What do we think that's about?
we know, we'll say it, she's white, and she's looked up as the savior of the league. It's an interesting thing to watch, because they're trying to build the women's league to be like the men's league, but you're getting backlash from the players saying that she's being treated special. So do you want to move the sport forward, or you don't because you feel some type of way? That's basically what I see here going on. A lot of women are, not just women, just people in general that are fans of the sport.
Yeah.
They're just, from what they can see, is that she's being treated special, and they don't like that.
Are we surprised? Are we surprised?
But the question is, they decided to use this young woman as the catalyst to push the league forward. So can you really be mad at them? The media has built her up, right? They built this woman up, and she has big shoes to fill.
What
basically.
about there are others. What about what's the other Reese? What's her name?
Angel Reese? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a good one, but she wasn't considered the best player in the league, even though her team is pretty good. But they've already put this young lady at the top.
I think there are no issues that don't involve, that's my passion, that don't involve race, right? There's a race issue in America, and that's always an issue. Is that an issue here?
It is, because if it was a black girl, she wouldn't get as much media fanfare as Caitlin Clark is getting. So that's just the way America is. I'm sorry. This is America. We live in America.
This is a constant conversation.
For you to sell tickets, they're trying to sell tickets, right? So they got to sell to the people who are going to buy these tickets. The middle America, people living in the suburbs that are fans of Caitlin Clark. That's who they're trying to sell tickets to, because those are the people that's going to come to the games at the end of the day. So,
I understand the business piece, and there's always the race piece. So
it's there, but it's like a do you want to build a league or you don't type of situation.
is that the only way you can build a league?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You gotta put fill the seats up. I'm
Who
sorry.
else can you? I mean, is it just only one player?
Don't get it wrong. There's a lot of great players. See, women are now getting the recognition that they deserve, because you're getting a lot of young players, energetic.
What?
They're getting women are. I'm saying y'all doing y'all thing when it comes to sports. That's not. But the problem is we've always compared women to men's sports.
And there shouldn't be a comparison.
There shouldn't be a comparison
At all.
So
Completely different.
just like men build their league, women have to also build their leagues to support their own.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
yeah, that was a great little segment. Yeah,
We hope Caitlin succeeds.
yeah.
And every other young lady who was drafted into the WNBA.
We hope y'all succeed, man.
I'm voting for everybody black though.
Yeah, are you?
Always.
Oh, okay. Who's your number one athlete?
10 times on Sunday, baby.
Who's your favorite athlete? Female athlete.
I don't have one.
Oh my God.
I don't, no, in the spirit of this, I I'm not favorites. I'm not a favorites person.
Okay.
So that
What's your favorite sport to watch?
used to be boxing.
Boxing.
Yeah, I know, so violent, but I
Who's
really
your
loved
favorite
it.
boxer?
I don't have favorites. I just like the sport. I just liked watching it. I'd get really into it. But I can watch any sport and appreciate the athleticism, the talent. You know, I have a young athlete, so I understand the type of time and dedication that it takes to be great. Like it's,
Yeah.
yeah,
It takes a lot of work.
a
Man. A lot of work.
beyond and
A lot of
sacrifice.
dedication, man. That's just to be average.
Just to be average.
But yeah, let's move on to the next topic here.
Are we
have
gonna like ball? Like, do you want me to like?
No, I don't want you to beat me up here at 21.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
my 3-pointer is mean. My jump shot
Is
is
that
pretty
right?
mean.
Okay. Don't show off here. No, but let's move on to the next topic.
Next topic.
All right, we have this one's a sensitive topic. It just seems to be coming up a lot. It says former Red Sox pitcher Austin Maddox gets taken down and arrested after he's attempted to meet an underage girl. Now, what I'm seeing on social media and just in media in general is a lot of people trying to talk to younger women. Like, what is the deal with that?
Well, I think this is, I think a part of why this is also being elevated, right? We know when things are trending. I believe that, and I rarely follow trending things, but I've been hearing a lot about Drake and younger women. And so, you know, this is the trend right now. So let's highlight all, I mean, this has been going on for centuries.
Definitely.
You know, so.
Let's watch the little takedown from Mr. Maddox here.
Okay.
All pro, I don't know, what, baseball player, whatever. But let's watch the video and give our feedback on.
Sure, there's a tool for every job, but when it comes to PDFs and e-signatures, Adobe Acrobat is the only tool you need.
All right, here we go. Maddox comes out of the car. Yeah, let's handle that.
What's your perspective on
Oh Lord.
that? As a
Jesus.
male.
As a man, it's like I don't even come from that. I'm not even in that environment to even understand. Like, why are you online talking to younger girl? He has money. It's not like he doesn't have money. You got money. You can talk to all these bad chicks, the finest women in the world. You have money. Like, it doesn't make sense. I can't. I don't understand it personally. So.
Well, I would say, right, from a psychological perspective, like, what is the makeup of, right? What comes with dating or grooming or engaging with an underage, right? Let's think about underage, so we're talking about someone who's under 18, right?
Yeah.
What is a young woman, what is that profile like, right? If we're thinking about prefrontal cortex, right, if we're just talking about the brain of a younger person, it's not even fully developed until you're in adulthood. Let's just say that, right? So you can't really think through consequences. It's typical teenage behavior that they just make foolish mistakes. But what about the person that is engaging in pursuing an underage person?
It's crazy because I've always seen this as a kid. Not even as a kid. Like, we've seen those Chris Hansen videos where, he'll set up like a sting operation
Yes.
in Florida. This seems like a similar situation.
And it's not only men, right? It's just like we highlight this. It's both men and women who are targeting underage people.
In the
you know?
school.
Yes.
In the school, though.
I mean, and if you think about predators, right? Predators tend to put themselves in places, or pedophiles, they tend to put themselves in places and spaces where they have access to underage people. They're preachers, right? Or they're pastors, or they're coaches, or they're teachers. It's a sickness. You know, it's a sickness.
Man, we just gotta find a way to protect these kids. At the end of the day, it's oh man, it's scary. It's
And
scary.
the biggest part, right? It's like it's parents' job. right? It's like you have to send your child out into the world, and how do you prepare your child to deal with this?
Man,
It's our responsibility.
But what do you think about the school teacher? Let's go back to that, because I'm seeing a lot of those situations where you see the female teacher and the young male student.
You know,
That's a common thing. Like,
there's
it's like
so much conversation about that. It seems to be, I will say, from the conversations I have, there seems to be very mixed feelings when it is when it's an underage male with an older woman versus a younger woman with a man. Like, what is your perspective on that? A 16, 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, 15-year-old sleeping with an adult woman.
As men, right? We look at it like, oh man, I wish that was me back in this school. Like, you have a lot of guys that say that. They're like, oh man, that didn't happen. I wish that would happen to me as a kid. But as an adult, yeah. But as a kid, we don't know what kind of psychological effects is having on that child, right? So it's from a guy's perspective, we're looking at it like, oh man, that dude, he got striped. You know what I mean? Guys really don't have an issue with that, but for a female, we want to protect our women. So we should want to protect both men and women as well. But
it's like we want to protect our
situation.
girls. I don't know that we want to protect our women. It's like we want to protect our girls under 18. It's like once a black woman is over 18, it's a different story. But let's just say, like, what is the difference, right? I know a lot of males who, and coming from my world, you cannot give consent. I don't care if you're male or female, you cannot give consent under a specific age. It's typically 16, 17 in most states, right? And I know a lot of men who lost their virginity at 9, 10, 11, 12 to a babysitter. That's horrific. And it has had, and if I think about these people that I know and the behaviors that they have with women, or
let me ask you this.
It's just as damaging.
Let me ask you this. So you see these prosecutions, how these situations are prosecuted. In most cases, you'll see the man, he'll get like 15 years in jail. And in other cases, you'll see the woman get like probation. What do you think about that?
I think it's equally, it's horrific. It's horrific. It's where accountability lies, right? And I think the justice system, I don't want to say coddled. The justice system is
favorable.
Not
Let's
right.
say
First of all, it's if you're a person of color, specifically a person who identifies as being black or African or of African descent, it is completely not in your favor ever. But when we're going back down to women and men, yes, because that is the world that I come from. It's like when you're thinking about how the system is catered to mothers, right? And is really against fathers. Fathers have to go above and beyond. It is almost like they are at such a disadvantage when you are dealing with a child. It is absolutely in favor towards the mother.
I hold men accountable because we're logical thinkers, right? So when y'all are emotional, right? So we don't know what type of emotional ties you have to those kids when you're teaching them. But as men, we're calculative. We understand what's going on, but I can't fathom how men can just go into the school and think that it's okay to, what's the word? We did discuss this yesterday about the teacher that was letting kids play with the guy's hair.
Right. But
as a man,
think about this, right? Because it's kind of a play. Exactly what we said plays into what we're talking about. If you see women as in pornography plays into this. If you think about men who have had early sexual experiences, who have had early exposure to pornography, it is so detrimental to your brain. Like, so detrimental. If you think about, we've all watched pornography. We don't support it. We're not supporting pornography on this channel. But I'm just thinking, those images don't leave your brain. They do not, like, you can see them the first one you watch, the fifth one you watch, whatever it is, they're imprinted in your brain, right? And then it encourages you to see humans as women or men as objects, right? And imagine if we did some case study around some of these people these teachers who are going into schools and grooming these young people. I had an experience like that as a young person,
Really?
right? I absolutely did. And it's just like when predators put themselves in places and spaces where they have access, right? Children are just young and innocent, and they're gullible and they're naive. And they will, if you don't have a strong foundation, it is very easy. Who doesn't want attention? Who doesn't want to feel beautiful? Who doesn't want to feel wanted? Especially if you are if you don't have those things at home, especially if you don't have a mother or a father telling you they love you, pouring into you, spending time with you. Like, thinking about the makeup of someone who would be lured into that and someone who would be interested in grooming someone in that way. It's just, man, we gotta love on our children. We gotta stay whole as families. Because when you peel the layers back of these people, it's a lot of trauma there. A lot of trauma.
Facts.
Yeah.
I love that take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a crazy one right there.
Go home to
Alright,
jail.
let's segue to the next. Facts. Yeah. Because that's definitely unacceptable, man. We gotta protect these kids at all.
And then
all
thinking
costs.
about those who were, right, and that's just another piece of it, right? Those children who were taken advantage of without help, they typically become predators, right? It's like you were a victim and you didn't get help,
That's like the
right?
R.
And you
Kelly
normalize it,
situation.
exactly. You become a predator, right? And it's just like we fail people. Like as a society, we fail a lot of our Black and brown children.
Most definitely. All right, let's segue to the next topic here. We have a woman that says mother causes scene at her son's school award ceremony after he didn't receive an award.
Go ahead, Mama.
Do you believe every kid should receive an
No,
award?
I do not believe you don't get an award for showing up. You got to show out.
All right. Yes, Mama. Let's play the video and give our feedback afterwards. Here we go. All right. Let's see what Mama got to say.
Hey, ladies, I apologize for what we're seeing right now. But Mom, I told you. Mom. We can look at it, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Boys and girls.
What do you think about that, man? Should every kid receive an award, though?
No, absolutely not. And it's so we don't have a lot of context. We see Mama showing up and showing out. I'm not 100% sure around why she is showing out in this way. And I just believe, like, it's just having some couth, right? If there's a conversation that needs to be had, is that the appropriate forum to have that conversation? And then, right, I take it back to, who knows what that mother was dealing with? Who knows what her everyday life is like? Who knows if this wasn't the last straw that broke the camel's back and this sent her into a space where she lost control. So, no, I do not believe every kid should receive an award, and also recognizing that we are in a system that is not made or catered to us. So.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, right, you have to look at yourself as a mom. Like, what do you think that she really instilled everything that the kid needs?
I can't say. We
to
can't
get
say.
an award? Like,
we can't say.
You could look at her behavior,
No,
right?
well,
we can't look at her.
Well,
let's look at her behavior.
I mean, I say this all the time, right? I'm a mom, and I don't shy away from that. And parenting is hard as heck, right? And I say this to all all parents. I'm like, I am a person with all of my faculties, right? I'm well educated. I have, I'm calm. I'm emotionally intelligent. I function pretty well. And the average person when you are going through things, or maybe you have a child who has special, who knows what the situation is, right? We don't really know what the situation is. You can lose your marbles parenting, single parenting, if we're talking about single parent, like you can lose your ish, because it's tough. I don't know what the situation is. We don't know. But is that appropriate?
Let's break this down, right?
Now.
So we're talking about kids, right?
Yeah, we are.
If the kid participates, he's gonna get an award.
Well,
in today's age, he's gonna get an award. We could be certain. We could be certain. Looking at mom's behavior, he's not doing his homework. Let's just be real. He's not doing what it takes for him to get probably to the next grade, but they're gonna pass him along.
Don't agree.
They're gonna pass him along.
Respectfully, I disagree. And why I say that, can I just share an experience, right?
Break it down.
So I had a work experience. I used to investigate child abuse and neglect, right? And there was a mother. She looked completely like what we would consider a crackhead, a drug addict, let's say. This mother was phenomenal. She definitely had a drug problem. When I say showed up to every...
She's not phenomenal. She got a
No.
drug problem.
No. I'm talking about when it came to meeting the basic needs of her children, right? She was in an environment, a really tough environment as well, right? I don't know what her life was like. I was just doing an investigation and supporting her. When I say knew the ins and outs, everything of her kids, showed up to every school meeting, sat down and did homework with her children. Did more than most mothers who didn't even have half of her resources did. So what I'm saying is we don't know the story. We don't know the story. Is that appropriate behavior? Will we consider that appropriate behavior? Obviously not. But what was that mother going through, right? The system oftentimes fails in supporting us, right? Doesn't give our children what they need.
So let me ask you this. So do you encourage more people to try to avoid single motherhood, which we all know that it's harder?
Oh, that's the tree you want to bark up today. Okay? You don't want to bark. Like, come on. That's so layered.
I
when you're
that.
saying avoid, obviously, children benefit with masculine and feminine energy in the house. They benefit when there are two parents.
Facts.
And what if both the parents are vicious toward each other? They're vicious. They're violent. They hurt each other. They hurt
the kid will suffer. The kid will suffer.
So we can't just say, this is what I mean, context matters, right? And the situation matters. So I think two healthy parents raising a child together is beautiful, right?
Definitely.
I think two toxic people trying to raise a child together is equally is more damaging than a single mother who is happy and healthy and living her best life and living in her purpose. Yeah. So it's not a one size fits all.
I like it. Digging it. We don't know the context.
We don't know the context. But we can say that we probably shouldn't show up and show out in that way. Mama
wild.
Holla at me. I'm a coach. I can help you.
Yeah, coach your mama. Yeah, life coach.
Life and leadership.
Give a shout out to our life coach here, Kristen. All right, let's move on to the next topic. We have here a young. Actually, you know what? Let's not go to that topic. Let's do this one. So your boy, President Trump, showed up in Harlem in New York, and he got to New York, and they're loving him. They're loving him, And
I think people love anything but Biden. At this point, they'll take it. We're desperate.
It's
hurting. Take anything.
Biden is killing people's pockets. Man, gas prices is almost like damn near $5.
Gas prices have gone up dramatically.
Oh my God, Jesus! But let's see the kind of ovation Trump got in Harlem when he came to Harlem. A lot of people say that. Let me go back to this. A lot of people said, "Oh my God, New York."
Harlem is very gentrified, FYI.
Yeah, so a lot of people said New York is a Democratic state, and based on the people that showed out to this rally, it's not It's not showing that. You
Yeah,
know?
Harlem when I lived there is very different from Harlem today.
Have you been to New York lately?
Yeah, I was in
When?
New York just a year ago. Like, I'm from Jersey.
How
Right?
was it
Jersey
though
and
since
New
your
York.
last visit?
If we're talking about Harlem is wildly gentrified.
Not even Harlem. The whole New York. What is like the sentiment? Like what's the atmosphere like?
Expensive.
That's a given.
Like what? I mean,
That's a given.
it's right. If we're talking about any inner city, we're talking about Brooklyn. I've lived in not Brooklyn, Queens, but all of them, right?
Coney
Queens,
Island,
Brooklyn.
baby.
Oh, Coney Island
Bronx.
is completely different.
Oh, that's hood.
Like
Oh,
Coney-
is it?
Oh my God, Coney Island used to have fiends. Like no, Coney Island is
Fiends.
complete. No,
They
fiends like.
gentrified everywhere.
It is very gentrified.
Yeah, there's no
All
black-
boroughs.
There's no black people in New York no more, man.
No, there are plenty of black people, and there are I mean, it's just you got to have a little pocket, a little
You're gonna
money
be shacked
pocket to
up.
change.
Let's be real. You're gonna be shacked up living in
Would you be shacked up if you were living in the city?
Hell, man, I can't be in a stifled environment. New York is a stifled environment.
New York, I moved out of New York because you got to raise, like, if you have a child, that what they are exposed to, like, I remember seeing like 7, 8-year-olds riding a train by themselves. I kid you not.
I was 9 taking my little cousin
Yo.
to school.
And we
like,
know the line, the
let's be
A line,
real.
where to switch, where to transfer, upstairs,
Man.
downstairs. Like you learn real quick. And I
gotta-
used to say, being a commuter, it's like what you endured. Like me moving to Texas, being like living in a city, living in up north New Jersey. It's like the culture is very different. It's very fast paced. Like, I was used to getting groped on a train. Like it's just the culture, right? You people use packed trains to grope you. Like men will touch you. You got like,
I
and
believe
they
that.
say,
I
New
believe
York
that.
women are so hard. You don't understand the light. You can't
I
be.
see why.
Hi,
I see
how
why y'all are
you?
hard.
Bruh, somebody's gonna take advantage of you
Nobody-
and
no.
rob you. Like you
No.
cannot. No,
Nobody in New York is friendly, man.
no, that's not. Well, come on.
Let's be real.
No, that's a stretch. No, that's a stretch.
New York,
I'm very friendly.
girl.
I'm very friendly.
I've
And no, you safety is key.
No, but I understand that. But that's why
And
nobody is friendly in New York.
it's not
because
that
the safety
people
isn't-
aren't. No, it's not that people aren't friendly. It's that the culture is a rush culture, right? If you are moving into a culture like you're going to align with the culture. People are in a rush. It's fast. It's fast paced. There's not time to say good morning. There's not. And you say good morning, folks is looking at you strange. Like that's just not the culture. And
Yeah.
it's not that everyone is. Well, if you're from down south, you'll feel like it's rude.
People will definitely look at you strange. You saying hello.
And don't leave
Hey,
that
you know.
twang in Houston.
Man, you
Leave
gotta
the
do that shit.
twang in Houston.
You gotta bring your face mask to New York, man. It's a different beast. Like, you gotta
Listen,
bring your.
find a good outfit or two because listen, from up north, we can tell who you are, where you're from, based
Yeah.
on how you look, and
Based
the
on-
minute you open your mouth or you
Based
doing
on how
this,
friendly you are,
you
you're like,
doing
oh,
this.
you being
Get out!
friendly.
Don't go to Times Square. Get out of Times Square. We gonna get you to Times
New York
Square.
is a different beast,
It is.
man.
It is a different.
But Trump decided to come to New York and did a little showing out and showing off. Brought some rappers with him. What do you think about him bringing out some rappers? Actually, let's watch
Listen.
let's watch the video
Yeah,
and we'll
please.
give the feedback afterwards. Hold on. Let me go to this. What Trump?
Here as well is rapper Sheff G. Does everybody know Sheff? Where is Sheff G? Where is he? Come on up, fellas. Rapper Sleepy Hallow. Come on up here, fellas. How are you, man? Hey. Oh, I like that. I want to get that done.
President Trump,
Say something, please.
One thing I want to say. One thing I want to say. They always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Oh God!
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's where I like those teeth. I want to find out where you did. I got to get my teeth like that. I want that to happen to me.
That's why I like those
Oh
teeth.
my God, Trump got
Why is he like this?
He's entertaining.
He is.
He's
We
entertaining.
love to be entertained.
Let's just be real. We like being entertained, man. Trump is an
my
entertaining
God.
character.
That is funny.
Oh my God. So what is your take on him going to Harlem? New York
Listen.
is not a place for Republicans normally, but this rally brought out a lot of people, people who just disgruntled with the Democratic Party. You had Democratic voters who came out to this
Typically
rally.
Democratic.
Yeah,
Right?
so
It's
yeah.
like, I mean, to me, like Trump is at the end of the day, he's a businessman,
Facts.
right? He's always going to do what's good for business. And I don't have an opinion of it. I think, right, as a businessman, you're going to do what's good for business. And if I know that these are the people I need to win over, I'm going to do what I need to do to win them over. And that's what he's doing. So
I think most people resonate with Trump because you got to look at it. Just look at it practical, right? America is a business.
it is.
It's a business.
Absolutely.
And you need the best businessman, somebody who
Mhm.
understands how to take care of a company.
Mhm.
I'm not saying I agree with everything Trump says, but
We do.
let's be real.
It's like, you know,
if you compare his policies and you compare Biden's policies, they don't add up. Yeah, Biden gave a lot of people debt relief in schools. Okay. But what about the rest of the people that didn't go to school? What did they get out of the
Exactly.
deal?
And I think that's
They're footing the bill for the people who did go to school.
100%.
Because if Joe Biden is paying all these people's student loans,
Right.
where's this money coming from? Right, the taxpayers, right?
And I think at this point, I mean, you hear it all the time. It's like the lesser of two evils, right? It's like that's what you're left to choose. Who resonates most with you?
We've seen a sample size from both of them, right?
Who's going to benefit you more?
That's what politics is about.
That's all it's about.
But the thing is, right? Most people think of it as an emotional thing, like,
Can't.
oh, Trump said this.
Can't move emotionally.
Ooh, CNN said Trump.
They're all
said this.
racist. Like you can't.
They're all racist.
They're
It's
all
not even
racist. They
it's
all
not
don't
even-
give a damn about us.
It's not even
like,
about
what's gonna
race. It's
benefit
class.
you more?
It's
It is
classism.
classism. I agree.
It's classism.
You're
It's
right.
more than race,
You're
right?
right.
So we have to
Yep,
understand that. Look at
socioeconomic.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to look at it from that perspective. And
Absolutely.
we get most black people. They trigger us with emotion. What triggers your emotion when you address slavery? When you say slavery, slavery, that will trigger a lot of emotion, right?
Yeah, of
And that's what the Democratic Party has been riding on for so long. And people are seeing beyond that, right? They're seeing beyond that, and they're like, okay, both sides are racist. Let's take that off the books. Both sides are racist, and which one is going to benefit me more economically?
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, it just goes to show that Americans are waking up fast. Americans are waking up.
You know, so many people are moving out of the country talking about politics. You have so many of us leaving the country and starting life over somewhere else. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that, great question, because I do see that a lot. I have a couple of friends who've actually moved out of the United States to a couple of South American countries,
Yeah.
and they can work here but live
Yes.
in South America. You know, I think it's a great thing because
It's a wonderful thing.
America is changing. America's changing, and it's getting harder for a lot of people. So
It
a lot
is.
of people are scrambling for,
Their
greener pastures, I
basic
guess.
needs right here.
Basically.
And I even think when it comes to, because I'm very vested in health and wellness, it's just like even our food. Like when you go to different countries, it's like when you're talking about just our body, our weight, the illnesses that we face. It's like
Facts.
our food is banned in so many other countries. It's just like leaving, it makes sense to me while, you can make your money here or make your money wherever, make your money without having to clock in and transition out. It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be seeing more and more of that.
Yeah, but what do you think about the remote work? People, these companies don't want you to work remotely. They want you to come into the office now that COVID is over.
Bro, it's over. The world has changed. You will never. I talk about this all the time. You're never getting people to come in because if you're talking about Gen Z, that's who's taking over the workforce now, right? It's like millennials are moving. We got a good 20 years left, and then Gen Z is in. Because I'm in that process at my job. Listen, Gen Z, they're online. They're making money. You know how much money people make online? Nobody needs a 9-to-5 these days. Like a lot of them don't need a 9-to-5, and they want flexibility. They want to be appreciated. They want to bring their dog to work. Like, I mean, they want.
Not the dog.
No, I'm being facetious a bit, but it's just like that. Most companies are being forced, even if they don't want to. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, I like that.
And those who don't, they're losing people. Their attrition rate is ridiculous. So
Facts.
get ready to get lost.
Facts. Yeah, okay.
What else we got coming up?
Let's move to the next topic here. We can move on to black
Real estate.
let's break it down. We have a situation here. It says we're let's see here. Were thousands of black investors misled by Tulsa Real Estate Fund? Tulsa Real Estate Fund was led by one of this guy named Jay Morrison, who was an ex-felon. I don't remember what he did before he went to jail, but I don't know. He said he was selling drugs or whatever. He came out of jail, pitched this great idea to black people. Hey, I'm starting this real estate fund, and I'm going to be building houses here and there, blah, blah, blah. He gave black people a great presentation, right? Most people want to vote black. They want to invest black, right?
Yeah,
they want to build a black community. Most people believe in that. So Jay Morrison, I believe, took advantage of that situation, allegedly. And preyed on people's emotions. A lot of people want to, I guess, fantasize about past glory days of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund and how building black. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's great, but if you have the right leader, he wasn't obviously the right leader, but videos come, not video, but just a lot of people coming out saying that they've been scammed, that they invested this amount of money on this black leadership group who wanted to elevate.
Keep
going. Want to bring brother politeness.
Keep going.
So.
We're moving on.
No, we're gonna talk about that too. So let's watch this video and give our feedback. Just give me a moment here. Let me cue the video. Let's give our feedback. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. We'll give our thoughts on what this brother.
Cure the bag. I don't believe this momentum will stop. Or to fumble the bag.
This is a smack in the face for someone who took a gamble.
People trusted him.
But our people are thirsty. Our people are hungry for knowledge.
He was the viral guy in Atlanta, spitting finance knowledge to anybody who listened on the street corner. But now Jay Morrison is in hot water.
I invested $40,000.
$500.
It's $2,000.
He got 15,000 people to invest in a real estate fund. $11.7 million they all raised. A new Black Wall Street was on the horizon.
The money has been just evaporated.
And apparently there's little to show for it, and investors are going off on social media.
Everything done in darkness must come to light.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Businessman Jay Morrison has been hustling for a long time. He spent many of his earlier years in prison, wrapped up in the drug game, before he eventually found his footing in finance and the real estate industry in Atlanta.
Well, I guess that was a little description about Mr. Morrison here. What do you think about people just susceptible to black businesses? They see black business. I understand we want to build black, right?
Yeah. I love us for so many reasons. Go ahead. I'm
You
sorry.
got to, you have
Yeah.
to, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
right, we got to do right by each other, right? If I'm gonna do a business as a black person and you're not looking out for black people, why am I investing in your business? So he has a real estate fund. He duped a lot of people out of their money to build real estate. I did see him online. He was out there talking big money. He had stacks in I don't know where he was in. He was in some kind of luxurious car. So basically, he's a scammer. Let's just call it what it
You know,
allegedly, before he tries to sue me. But, yeah.
I hate when we, I think as, melanated people, we have so many gifts, and that's typically one of our gifts, right? We sensationalize things, we can move people, we are persuasive, we are the culture, we are the standard, and when we're excellent at something, we are excellent at it, and it's unfortunate, right? What was the saying before? During slavery times, it's like you want to hide something from black people, put it in a book. It's like we have to continually educate ourselves. And I think that, we're so good natured, and we understand that group economics and unity is important. So we want to support our brothers and sisters. We want to invest in things. We want to build wealth, right? We recognize how much we've been shut off and cut off systemically from so many things, and it's equally important to do our investigation first. Before you invest, contracts are your friend. They are.
I just think that he was a scammer.
And even if he was, right? Scammers can only scam people who are gullible and who are naive and who don't do their homework.
Yeah, but at the same time, right? We preach about investing in black, right?
Yeah.
So we have a predator that understand that.
But there's predators in every culture. Let's not elevate this predator as though he's worse than any other culture. There's predators everywhere, right? And where does that come from? Some of that comes from like never having anything. This is not to excuse his behavior, but there's predators everywhere. And just simply doing your homework, having contracts that protect you, right? Again, educating yourself before you make. I'm not putting my money in nothing until I thoroughly investigate. Like, I work too hard for it, right? You know what I mean? So anyway, I just think just educating ourselves and, doing your homework and understanding the risk that you're taking. I don't invest money that I can't afford to lose.
Facts.
Period.
Do your due diligence out there, people. You better research the person you invest the money into.
Okay, next video.
Let's run to our last video here. We have a young lady, right? You've seen these pop your balloon.
These balloon popping. You kind of put me onto this balloon popping. I'm not a big TV watcher, so I didn't know, or I don't spend a lot of time watching.
No, social media.
I didn't know about this balloon popping, but I've seen it, and let's watch the video.
Let's watch the video.
Talk about it.
Got a young lady.
What do you guys do for work? Okay.
Tony, I'm 28 and I'm in transportation. I drive trucks.
Okay, let's start over here. Why did we end up popping Tony's? That was kind of boring. It wasn't nothing like more.
Wait, what was boring?
I just drive trucks.
I mean, you asked what I do. That's what I do.
What they do currently is okay because they're bosses. I like a boss stature. Not saying that you're not a boss. I like somebody who calls the shots.
You're a gold digger?
I like somebody who can lead me because I call shots. I need somebody who can call my shots as well.
What? Wait. She's wait.
Sister, do better. Sister.
She's the boss that
You
calls
know-
shots, but she wants a shot caller.
You know what? You want to respond to
No,
that
go
first?
ahead. Go ahead.
No. I wanna dig a little deeper, right? So that I think the sentiment behind the words is that it sounds like to me like she wants to be led, right? There is this. You want your man to lead, right? You want your man to be effective. Everyone is attracted to a leader. Who's not attracted to a leader, right? And like, it's a little childish. It's a little juvenile. I want, like, let's talk about the show. The show it's a TV show.
Let's break this down.
Go ahead.
I'll break this down, right?
In fact,
She
truck
want
drivers
a
make
man.
money.
She's looking down on this man because he's a truck driver. Well, she's looking for him to say, I'm a business analyst at a Fortune 500 company. That's what she's looking for. Let's not beat around the bush.
Right. She's looking for a title. She's looking for a title. And but see here's the folly or the simpleton in her thinking.
Okay.
Truck drivers make. I know men who own truck companies and own trucks, and they make great money.
But it's not
right?
a sexy job to brag about your friends with.
But this is what I'm saying, right? It's like you have to look at the person, and she seems that's immature. That's just very childish. It's childish. It's superficial, and law of attraction says that is likened to itself. That which is likened to itself is drawn. So you can only get what you put out, baby girl. So if you're putting out superficial content or you're putting out superficialness, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, right? It's superficial. So you can't expect to get anything other than that.
Facts.
Right? And it's just like, that's just not attractive. That's unkind. It's just unkind.
Like I said, these women are looking for a title, something that they can brag to their friends about.
And this is what the show is promoting. Like, it's
promoting
promoting people to be, I think this is so negative. It's like,
do you think this advances dating?
I think it's horrific, because that's why we're creating something. If you are interested in connecting with someone who is positive, mature, emotionally intelligent, you should let us know, because
let us know,
we want to listen. I think
there
there are a lot of like-minded folks who are not into this content. Like, we as melanated people, we need to be. Why aren't we popping balloons and telling people what we love about them? Right, you know what I mean? Like,
that's not entertainment.
But right. And what I'm saying is, in beyond entertainment, like, we're living real life, right? We want to be connected to people who are aligned, who are in alignment, who are positive, who are for us, who are moving in a positive trajectory. So, it's entertaining.
I love it. It sounds good.
I think it's negative. I don't like negativity.
No, name one person who likes negativity. Let's just be real. All right, that was a great show, fellas.
And ladies.
Yeah, ladies and fellas. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank my guest, Kristen, for coming through again and gracing her with a presence. Make sure you leave a comment. Tell us what you think about the video.
And this is a safe space.
Definitely.
So we invite all. There's no right, no wrong. We will not attack. No one gets attacked for their opinions. So we love to hear people's opinions. No, we don't attack people, right? So this is a safe space, right? A psychologically safe space where you can come and express yourself, and you are not ever going to be attacked. We don't tolerate that. So.
Facts. I love it.
Let us know what you're thinking.
I love it. But it's great having. Great show.
Great
I
show.
want to thank my guest, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
And we're out.
Tune in.
Yeah.